Well, we're back at it again today. Only this time I sourced a nice breaker bar here, which gets the job done a lot better. Look at that. This is some Bill Junking Fool type action. Still pretty tight. But, yeah, to be done properly, the wheel's going to have to come off. And the brakes are going to have to be looked at. But just all that friction right there removed a lot of the scale rust that was going on. All I needed to do was be freed up. So now the action is going to focus over here. Seems like it might be a little more difficult. We got actual trees growing. Might be easier to get from the front on this side, believe it or not. So a commenter, Don Ball, I think, maybe, was saying like, well, the big vehicle uses a lot of fuel. Yes. But fewer trips to the scrapyard. Uses a little more fuel. Not twice as much as a pickup truck. And you can get 2 or 3 loads, pickup truck loads in here. So that means, that's why I got that big thing right there originally. Was because it was before I had this compound. And actually it would have helped having it for all these years gone by, having it running, but not enough time cash is going excuse always. But yeah, something that large actually still fits my lifestyle. Like maybe I might find 3 or 4 things that day. So what am I going to do? I either have to take it off of the truck or ride around with it. I remember this scrapper called Jackpot Digger. I don't think he makes videos anymore, but some French-Canadian dude, smart guy. But that's a foreign country. You gotta remember, and fuel costs a lot more. So, but you get 1 load in that truck, and you gotta go to the yard, or maybe I find 4 or 5 things that day, and now they have to sit in the truck, right? Especially if I didn't have the compound. They have to sit in the truck, and I have to ride around with that crap. Because the scrapyard isn't open 24 hours a day. It's not open on Sunday. I don't know. There's just, I can't do this anymore. I just know that economically it makes a lot more sense to have a large vehicle. Yeah, a trailer, great, okay, but a trailer is much more susceptible to being stolen. Not if you lock it up and I don't know. I just know that trailers are incredibly easy to steal compared to an automobile. And believe it or not, in Illinois, trailer theft is it's a huge problem. Jack pony. I know if you press down on that, I risk breaking that, but it didn't go down all the way, even though I turned this knobby thing there. I'm laying down and, you know, my gut still hurts. So getting up and down is kind of like a oh, the geese are active. Canadian dude commentary. Hey, if the weather is this warm in February, I wonder what July will be like. Typically, I've been around for many years. Okay, typically when we have a decent winter, we end up having, there we go, we end up having a, not so much a hot July, but a kind of rainy and very humid July. Kind of like Florida, sort of. Thunderstorms or showers almost every day. What the heck is this under here for anyway? Just generally not really the best summer. Unless you like a lot of rain and cutting the grass all the time. When you can cut the grass, because the yard is soaking wet. The lazy but hard-working way would be just to free up one wheel and try and like get this to go, but I did it for a couple of nudges, and the transmission wasn't feeling it, and I'm having a hard time steering this piece of wood here. I'm not lifting it up, I'm trying to steer it. This is an example of just lazy. Not even lazy, but hardworking. You know, like the moss and the mold and whatever that is started growing. We'll get to it, King. Alright, well, I was responding to a commenter on my gadget here, and as you can see, I'm able to get this cable now off the ground. All kinds of weird things under here, but I was just able to get it removed about 2 feet, and I shut it down because it had pumped out all the oil and had a couple of jugs of used oil. And I put that in there. I think there's still oil in that one. Yuppers. You'll be looking for this stuff later on, King. I know where it's at. It's right here. Oh, my wife sold transportation. Huh. I'll figure. I actually should get a sawzall. Break that. So we did get it to move. Now there's like this strap thing that I got under here for whatever reason. Something else to take apart, I guess. How do I have that in there? Now we'll cut it. There we go. Man, the doctors and nurses at the hospital, they're like beyond pros. How well they took care of me. I'm like, from a small hospital, that's some top tier service. That is wedgied in there. That's gonna have to be cut. Well, it's good to know the brakes in the back aren't froze. Oh yeah, I got that in the way. Well, there's some more cleanup around the truck type cleaning action to do, I guess, and whatever else. The fun never ends. Look, on one of those scrap pieces right there, I discovered there's one of those lights that I could use. There's an instance of where the scrap man never wants, he just waits. Right? What could that tool be used for? Well, now that I got it running, comma, dot, dot, dot. Kind of. I mean, it's not running like, or we could like take it out on the road and get a safety inspection, because something this big has to get a safety inspection. Before you can drive it around. Progress in tiny increments. Although I would like to speed it up there a little bit. I don't know. I'm thinking I might want to get rid of it, sell it. It's going to need some freshening up work. Paint that. I don't know what I can do about that. Maybe bondle that. Get like a sill plate for the wood. That's kind of warped a little bit. You know, a lot of freshening up. Clean up them mud flaps. Definitely get the green off that door. That's evidence that's been sitting for a long time. Definitely got to fix that. Got to fix whatever issue is going on here with the brakes. That needs a, I guess it needs a brake line now too. And wherever that oil leak is at, that's definitely going to have to be. And maybe try and freshen up the engine. The EGR tube, I had to cut that a long time ago when I tried to get that distributor cap. That thing, whew, I worked on that like about 4 years ago. Man, I don't know why I didn't. After I got it running, I should have just drove it around. I don't even know what the story is behind that. I can't tell you. It's I don't know. There's a jug of oil. Another long and boring video. Sorry, everybody. But you're just like, in this case right here, it's like you're just kind of hanging out. Now I'm in a quandary. All right. If I take this off of here, then it's on the ground. And being up on here, it's easier to work on. But there's a couple of wheels over there I want to move. It's kind of hard to lift up on here because it's pretty heavy. But off it goes. Well, King, the wheels are round. You can just, yeah. So, with a little bit of a sweat equity, whatever you want to call it, some elbow grease or whatever that is. I had those there to make it easier to climb up and down from here. Moving stuff out of the way is kind of a priority now. Maybe wheel that out of the way. You know what? Nothing says recycling more than the sound of a crunching can. Right? In my state, or my province, they're 10 cents a can. Oh, not in Illinois. That would be like, wow, if they ever did something like that. That would be so awesome. You know, as far as like bottle and can collecting. There's this Canadian dude, I don't know what province he's from, I forget. Maybe Manitoba? I don't know. Thumbprint? He goes bottle and can collecting. And he's been stopped by the local council, I guess, a few times for doing that, because you know the government, they don't want to be cheated out of a couple of pennies. Jeez. It ain't theirs. Some Canuck already paid his taxes on that Labatt's. Drank it and threw away the can or the bottle. Why can't anybody just go and grab that stupid 10 cents that's actually only worth 7.5? Alrighty, down on the ground. I think that's the maximum of my arm strength. Now I gotta get up and use my leg. I look like I'm big and tough, but I'm pretty weak for my size. What happened to the push-ups that you were doing, King? That ended after about 4 or 5 days of no progress. I'll try it again. Maybe today. It kind of hurts though because of my intestinal issues, which I'm still taking the antibiotics for the next couple of days. Supposed to take them for a week. That's sufficiently up in the air, I suppose. So my daughter's having internet friends over. People that she met online. No, she didn't just meet them 2 days ago. Been chat friends or whatever. And whatnot since like the pandemic. Oh, it's not squirting no more. Let's go down here. Oh, I think it ran out of gusto. Now what would Bill Junkingfool do in a case like this? He increased the pressure by stepping on the can. Dislike this video. Right, there we go. See how that works? What do you think, kids? Yeah, so anyway, they made online friends and they're into what is that? K-pop. Anime K-pop type stuff. One kid's from New York and the other kid is from the LA area, and they got pizza and White Castles. Okay, so the kid that's from the New York area, well, actually New York City, she's familiar with White Castles. But the one from LA, not so much. Oh wow, this one, like, I don't even need to Wowzers. I didn't even need this type of action. What gives their scrap farm? I'm a reckon we have some caliper problems, possibly. Maybe. Maybe not. That's a little odd. Maybe that red Chevy was protecting from the weather so much. I don't know. Clueless. Well, anyway, yeah. The one that's from LA ate the White Castles and never had them before and got a case of the trots. Poop. They're staying over by Grandma's house because there's a big basement there and all that. We don't got a basement. So, yeah, they're normal. I mean, oh, get this out from under there. They're vetted, you know, like they're not crazy, like, oh my God, I met these people online and oh wow, this thing won't turn. There we go. And they're nuts. Basically, just how do you know if somebody's good? You know, that you've only met online. Well, one of the ways is just natural human instinct. And maybe shared interests. And I mean, you know, if ever, you know, since you don't know them, if ever once there was any inkling of crazy talk of any kind, then it's probably not a good bet. I mean, not always, but better safe than sorry. You know, like somebody might say, I hate these kind of people, and you know, yeah, I think we'll just stay friends online. I mean, I think I'm a pretty good judge of character. Like, I let Scrap and Pellet Man Paul come here, and Bob Gilskills, because I don't know, you could just tell they're normal people. There's other ones. I mean, I wouldn't mind going to Jersey and visiting Scrap Farm. He seems pretty normal, like safe. It would be a safe bet. He's not going to run you over with his car or something like that. What am I looking for? Oh, something to reach that darn thing. Why that's under there, I have no idea. But it's under there. And I don't want it under there. I guess I'm going to have to put that wooden board back down. I don't want to. Lazy or hardworking. In this case, mostly lazy. I'm going to use a bag. King, in the time you've spent walking around. Oh, I know. I just don't want to crawl around on that ground. It's pretty gnarly over there. This thing has rusted since sitting here, though. Look at that. Mother Nature is doing her thing. She's trying to reclaim. There's some cable stuck in there. There's a wrench in the ground. Yeah, so this wheel frozen up. What else is under here? Nothing I can tell, I guess. The antibiotics give me a very dry mouth taste. Some copper. Little random bits and bobs of copper around here. Nope, no fresh McDonald's laying around on the floor here. Nope. That'll be a big nope. Let's see, we got keys on this keychain for well, it's supposed to rain today, but it's nice and sunny out. You. So Bob from Gill Skills posted that E-Waste Mike is up to like 604 subscribers. That's pretty good. He's doing pretty well. You know, it's hard to get subscribers, you know, for these scrapping channels. Each one is like a hard one. It's a hard one battle. You know, because look at the content. It's pretty, especially on this channel. Yee. I don't know, guys. It might be the rear brakes are locked up. In which case, then I'm screwed. I hope not, because I don't think. Yeah. I sure hope not. Either that or there's not enough trans fluid in here. I can feel it shift. Let me get back to you all in a minute.